What is going on, everybody? Zionic here, and in today's video we're going to be checking out some awesome battles submitted to the channel by a member of the community and fellow content creator Yonkis. So shout out to him. There's going to be links down to his YouTube channel down in the description, so be sure to go check him out. Also streams on Twitch, that'll be there as well. But today we're going to see what Bronzong, Shiny Bronzong, can do in the Ultra League Premier Cup. It's a very bulky, very strong Pokemon that you guys may not be aware of. For all my Silpharina players, you guys are well aware about Bronzong for the Great League. But let's see how it performs today for Ultra League. On top of that, running Shadow Machamp and Shadow Swampert, both of which are so deadly in their own right. So let me know what you guys think about this team and these battles. Be sure to smash that like button if you guys haven't already. It definitely helps out the channel, and subscribe if you guys are new. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, getting into this first battle here. Excited to see how well the Freedom Bell here does in the Ultra League Premier Cup. So we have Bronzong on the lead versus Snorlax. A terrible lead right here. Is going to have to swap out right away. And they're going straight into the Shadow Swampert right here. Start getting ahead on energy and able to get to a Hydro Cannon here before the Snorlax bails. This is going to be great to do some added chip damage. Well needed against that Snorlax, and that does like 50% of its health. Will we see a shield here from Swampert? No shield. They're going to go ahead and let it go through. It could be a superpower. It is just going to be a body slam though, which still does a massive amount of damage, and the Snorlax is staying in, but they swap perfectly into Kingdra on the charge move right here. That is a great swap by the opponent because this is double resisted, that water dragon typing right there, and hopefully they can get to an earthquake in time. No, they cannot. They're just going to go ahead and go for another Hydro Cannon, do as much chip damage as they can in this matchup. That way Bronzong can come back in. Wow, they get a shield as well. That is a mistake by the opponent, and Yonkis here can capitalize on that. Now, Bronzong being a steel psychic typing is going to be resisting the Dragon Breath right here, and Octazooka isn't going to do too much damage, but it does get the debuff, and he's actually going to go ahead and swap out into Shadow Machamp and clear that debuff from Bronzong. That is huge, and able to get to the Cross Chop in time as well. This is going to do a lot of neutral damage and could get a shield. No, it takes out the Kingdra. We are going to see a Togekiss come in. This is not good. Please get to the Rock Slide. No, it cannot get to the Rock Slide. This is going to be up to Bronzong in order to close this game out. Remember, Snorlax has a little bit of energy, a decent amount of health left, and has access to Lick as a fast move, which will be doing super effective damage. But they're going to go ahead and shield that Ancient Power, load up on a ton of energy, and Psyshocks will at least be doing neutral damage, and they're going to be resisting these charms as well because of that steel typing. So they're going to go ahead and farm down. Noah, Snorlax now comes in. This is so dangerous. Another charge move coming through that body slam. Even though it is resisted, they have to shield. There's no health left here on the Bronzong. Can they get two Psyshocks? One more. They have two Psyshocks. He's committing to the farm down. Oh my gosh, he has two Psyshocks ready to go. Togekiss did not get a fast move, and this is so dangerous. This first Psyshock will be getting the shield. The second one, can he get it in time? Yes, he can. This is going to be taking out the Togekiss, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. With 1 HP in a dream. What a game one to start off with. All right. Let's see how this one goes. We have Bronzong on the lead versus Gyarados. Ooh, tough matchup right here. They're going to be resisting Dragon Breath. Again, that's steel typing. But remember, Gyarados has access to Crunch, which will do super effective damage. And honestly, I don't know how much it's going to do because I haven't seen Bronzong here in the Ultra League just yet. But they're just going to go ahead and shield that Crunch. Good call right there. And going to keep loading up on energy. Psyshocks should do a lot of neutral damage in this matchup. We'll have to see what else they have in the back. Psyshock now coming through. No shield, which means they could potentially farm down. No, they're going to go ahead and swap out into the Shadow Machamp. Interesting play right here, hoping to catch the Crunch. Is it a Crunch? No, it's going to be an Aqua Tail. That does a lot of damage, and we do see an Ampharos now come in. So going to be going for the Cross Chop right here to do a lot of neutral damage, hopefully get a shield, but they do have a Swampert, which could come in and farm up a lot of energy versus Ampharos. They do get a shield right here, and Ampharos is throwing the energy, so Swampert is looking like a potential sweeper for this end game right here. So we're going to go ahead and see that Swampert most likely come in. Ampharos, again, just through its energy, so it won't be able to get to a Dragon Pulse or a Focus Blast very quickly. And they're going to go ahead and throw the Hydro Cannon right now. Charge move now coming through. I think that was a bit quick for Focus Blast. They may have some residual energy. No, it's just going to be a Thunder Punch, which is resisted. And the Swampert now is going to be throwing this Hydro Cannon here. This should do enough neutral damage to take it out. They're going to go ahead and undercharge it as well, but it is still enough to take it out. Gyarados is low, and we don't know what the final Pokemon is going to be. Oh man, it's going to be a Talonflame. This is not looking good. They just tried to sack swap the Gyarados as well, so that is going to be game over. Good try by the opponent right there to try to catch a Hydro Cannon. Moving into this next battle, we have Bronzong on the lead versus Gengar. Ooh, interesting. Confusion versus Shadow Claw. What's going to do more? Wow, that Confusion is absolutely chunking this Gengar right now. They're going to go ahead and swap out into Snorlax. But here comes a Shadow Machamp ready to punch down the big teddy bear over there. Charge move now coming through. They're going to go ahead and let this Body Slam go. It's going to do a decent amount of damage, but they want to try to overload on energy right here and look to throw this Cross Chop. I don't think this is actually going to KO. It might KO if the Snorlax lets it go, but we shall see. Oh, barely not enough. Wow, called it with 1 HP right there. We are going to see the Gengar come back in and probably farm down, and they can get to this Rock Slide in time. This is going to put a lot of pressure on that shield here from Gengar because this is going to do a lot of neutral damage, so we will likely see the shield, which we do, and Gengar's looking to farm down. Now, Gengar is absolutely deadly with loaded energy right here. And because of that Psychic typing, Shadow Ball and Shadow Punch will both be doing super effective damage, so we do see a shield here from Bronzong, and they're going to go ahead and go for this Psyshock. This will do super effective damage as well. Poison being so weak to Psychic type moves. Do we see a second shield? We do see a second shield, and another charge move coming through. This is going to be another Shadow Punch. I wonder if he's going to swap straight into Swampert right here. No, he's going to stay in, and we do see an Obstagoon now come in. So Shadow Swampert is looking really, really strong, especially with a 1-0 shield advantage right here. Doesn't need to shield that first charge move. Has to worry more about that residual energy there on the Gengar. We do see a bit of lag. Going to go ahead and go for double Hydro Cannons right here. One Hydro Cannon will not be enough to take out Obstagoon, but will he throw a back-to-back right away? He's going to overload one more fast move right there and go ahead and throw this, and this should be a good battle. The Swampert should be able to get to one more Hydro Cannon versus the Gengar because it does have a shield, but Gengar does have a charge move, I think? No. Able to get to the Hydro Cannon in time. That is going to be a good game to the opponent, and Bronzong not fearing that Gengar whatsoever, able to absolutely handle it right there. Moving into this next battle, we have Bronzong versus Togekiss. Really interesting lead right here. Bronzong will be defeating this Togekiss right here. Resisting Charm. Again, Steel is such a strong typing here in this Ultra League Premier Cup with all the dragons and Charmers rolling around, and we do see a charge move now coming through. Going to go ahead and let it go. This wasn't enough energy here to get to a Flamethrower, and it is just an Ancient Power. So this Bronzong looking really strong right now. I'm going to go ahead and throw this Psyshock for neutral damage. We'll have to see if the Togekiss decides to shield. But what's great is if they can take out this Togekiss right here, and they do get a shield, that means the Shadow Machamp is going to do really well endgame, because this could be the only counter to a fighter. This next Psyshock now coming through should be enough to take out the Togekiss, which it is. Oh, barely not enough. One more fast move right there. And we do see a Alolan Muck now come in, and then they swap into Shadow Machamp Mirror, and that's basically game over. There is a Swampert, Shadow Swampert in the back for the Alolan Muck, and they have shield advantage. So again, Bronzong handling that Togekiss right there, and the opponent does know it. That is going to be a good game, very well played. Alright, moving into this next one, we have Bronzong on the lead versus Dragonite. Again, a very positive matchup right here because of that Steel typing. It's going to be resisting those Dragon Breaths and absolutely chunking with Confusion and Psyshock. Bit of lag right here, but it's still going to be okay. I don't even think they have to worry too much about Hurricane. It's going to be resisted as well, and Bronzong I think is very, very bulky here in this Ultra League Premier Cup. So able to land the Psyshock as well, that is huge. Probably going to go ahead and let this charge move go through. No, it's going to shield the potential Hurricane. It is a Hurricane, so going to be able to shield that and farm down. We do see a swap now into Tangrowth, so I'm going to go ahead and go for another Psyshock. What's great here as well is it's going to be resisting the charge moves here from Tangrowth. Both Rock Slide and Power Whip aren't going to do anything to this Bronzong. Again, that Steel typing is so nice in this meta. We do see a no shield right here. Again, doesn't have to worry about the charge moves. Power Whip tickles the Bronzong right there and going to be able to get to another Psyshock in time. This is going to do quite a bit of neutral damage, and they can just keep away probably the hardest counter to Swampert and get two shields right there, which means Swampert is definitely looking strong endgame. They can safely let this go and bring in that Shadow Machamp to farm down for a lot of energy. This is not looking good for the opponent. So Power Whip takes it out. They're going to go ahead and bring in the Shadow Machamp and farm down for all of that energy. Probably shield the Shadow Machamp. Yeah, we do see a shield right here. Again, Again, Dragonite is out of energy, right? It threw the Hurricane. We don't know what the final Pokemon is, but there is a Swampert and a Shadow Machamp now. Machamp with loaded energy. Oh, it's going to be a Scizor, and they tried to sack swap into Dragonite. Machamp can farm down, and this Scizor is not going to have a fun time. They're going to go ahead and surrender, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played. Alright, moving to this next one, we have Bronzong on the lead versus Snorlax. Again, a bad lead matchup. Okay, endgame, if they have energy advantage, they're going to go ahead and swap out right away into that Swampert, and we do see a Venusaur come in. Ooh, this is dangerous. If they can get to the Earthquake in time, this is going to do a lot of neutral damage. Remember, you have to respect the damage coming from a Swampert's Earthquake right here. Will there be a shield? No shield! That does so much damage against Venusaur. Almost able to get to a Hydro Cannon as well. Will we see a shield here? Yes, they are going to go ahead and shield. The Frenzy Plant is blocked, and they're going to go ahead and go for this Hydro Cannon to put this into a 1-to-1 shield situation, or flip the mid-game and land that Shadow Machamp versus the Snorlax. The Venusaur does decide to shield as well and is going to go ahead and farm down, so we'll go ahead and see that Bronzong probably come back in and do one Confusion to take out the Venusaur. I don't think it has a charge move just yet. If it does, actually it does right here, this is going to be resisted. Again, Steel, resisting Grass, resisting Poison as well. This is really nice, so able to soak that. They're going to go ahead and swap right away into the Shadow Machamp. We can see him clicking on that in the bottom right. And we do see that Snorlax come back in and an instant swap into Shadow Machamp mirror right here. So they are ahead on energy, but this game is not over just yet. This Cross Chop is going to do a lot of neutral damage. Will we see a shield? We do see a shield there on the Shadow Machamp. Oh man, this is dangerous. Able to sneak through a fast move as well. So hopefully they can get to this Cross Chop in time. They're going to go ahead and block it. Get to this Cross Chop. Oh, over tapped right there. But this Cross Chop will be taking out the Shadow Machamp. And then Snorlax, oh, this is so dangerous. There's a Snorlax that could farm down, but they could get to the Cross Chop in time. No, not able to get to the Cross Chop. This Shadow Snorlax is so deadly. Charge move now coming through. Is this superpower? Oh my gosh, it's going to be a Body Slam that is resisted. This is going to come down to the wire. I think one Psyshock might be able to do it. Another charge move coming through. If this is superpower, I think it is game over. It will do neutral damage. It is a superpower. That is unfortunate right there for Bronzong. Good game, very well played to the opponent. Bronzong on the lead versus Kingdra. Okay, another positive matchup right here. Again, resisting, and we do see a Galarian Stunfisk XL Best Buddy Galarian Stunfisk come in right here. And the Shadow Swampert is going to be able to handle that nicely. Again, this week from recording, Stunfisks are out in the wild, and it's a 100% guaranteed chance to get XL Candy, which means you guys can utilize that into your Galarian Stunfisk as well, which is really nice. So they're going to go ahead and shield this Rock Slide. Good shield bait right there from the opponent, but hopefully they can get to this Hydro Cannon. They're going to look to overload on energy and go ahead and throw this Hydro Cannon now against the Galarian Stunfisk right before they get to that Earthquake. Will we see a shield though? No shield. The Galarian Stunfisk does go down. We are going to see that Kingdra come back in, and the Swampert is likely going to be going straight for the Earthquake. Wants to put a lot of pressure on the health and shields right here of Kingdra because they really need that shield advantage to be basically even. So they do get a shield right there. Perfect. Bronzong is now set up to take down the Kingdra right here, and charge move now coming through. They're going to go ahead and let it go. Rightfully so. It takes Kingdra a long time to gain up energy because of Dragon Breath, but we do see an instant swap into Excadrill, which is unfortunate because there is a Shadow Machamp ready for it right here. They're going to go ahead and shield this charge move. Drill Run will do a lot of damage in this matchup, but I think the Excadrill can get to 2 Drill Runs before it gets fully countered down. Ooh, yeah, able to get to another one. Is this Drill Run going to be enough damage to take out the Shadow Machamp though? No, barely not enough. Gonna go ahead and fall right there, and gonna go ahead and throw this Cross Chop now versus Kingdra, and I think that's gonna be a good battle. Very well played to the opponent because Bronzong can handle that Kingdra now in the back. Gets a shield as well. Not able to get to the second Cross Chop, but that's okay. It's gonna be Bronzong versus Kingdra right here. Again, resisting the Dragon Breath right here. Going to take neutral from Octazooka, but it's definitely not going to be enough to KO a Bronzong, while Psyshocks and Confusions are just adding up. And there's really nothing this Kingdra can do. So well played to the opponent right there, but had great answers right there for the double steal in the back. We have Bronzong on the lead versus Dragonite. Another solid lead win right here. So we'll have to see what the opponent decides to do. They're deciding to stay in, which is pretty interesting because this Bronzong can just do so much damage. Going to go ahead and go for Psyshock just before the Dragonite gets to that Hurricane right there. Wants to put a lot of pressure on the health and shields here. shielded the Dragonite right there. This is going to be very, very solid for a Swampert or Machamp endgame sweeps. We'll have to see what they decide to do. They're going to go ahead and shield as well. Again, has to watch out for the Hurricane, but it's going to be a Dragon Claw shield bait. Will we see a swap now? No. Bronzong able to get to the Psyshock right here. Will the Dragonite double shield? If it does, one of these Pokemon in the back is going to sweep. No, they let the Dragonite go down. What could come in? It's going to be a Lapras, which means the Machamp is going to be coming in, but there is a Granbull with Charm waiting for it in the back, but Machamp able to get to this Rock Slide, which is going to do enough neutral damage to really threaten that shield. No shield right there. That means the Bronzong might be able to come in and farm down, and then it's going to be Lapras versus Swampert here in the end. Oh, the Swampert is going to come in and load up on energy. Good call right here. They're going to go ahead and shield this charge move. Could be a close combat or a crunch. It is going to be the close combat, but Swampert loading up on all of this energy right now and can put a lot of pressure on this Lapras. The game is not over just yet, but Lapras will be doing resisted damage with Ice Shard versus that Bronzong. Again, Steel is so strong in this meta. Hydro Cannon now coming through. No shield from the Lapras. That is a good call. They're going to go ahead and go for another one. They just want to chip as much health as they can and put a lot of pressure on this Lapras to want a shield. They do get the shield right there, and they're going to go ahead and swap now into the Bronzong. So we'll have to see how much damage Surf does, but I imagine the Bronzong can survive one Surf. I don't think it could survive two, though. So here comes the charge move. It is, oh wow, it's going to be a Skull Bash, which is resisted, but the defenses are now drastically raised here on the Lapras. We'll have to see how much damage Psyshock can do. Lapras's only goal here is basically to farm down. We'll have to see. Oh, Psyshock is doing enough damage, able to get to another one in time, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. The opponent right there wanted to try to farm down with Ice Shard, hoping to get off a Surf versus the Swampert right there, but that is going to be a good game. Bronzong on the lead versus Poliwrath. Very positive lead matchup right here, and we will see a Charizard now come in, which means this Swampert is going to be coming in. But this is a Dragon Breath Charizard, which this Swampert has to look out for. Dragon Breath and Dragon Claws really start to add up, especially in this matchup when it's a Shadow. And they're going to go ahead and go for a Hydro Cannon here. This is going to probably one-shot the Charizard if they decide not to shield, but let's see what happens. Hydro Cannon coming through, one-shots the Charizard, boom! Takes it out. Poliwrath is now going to try to come in and farm down, but Swampert is able to get to an Earthquake. This is going to do a lot of neutral damage in the matchup, but will we see a shield? No shield. That does so much damage. Poliwrath is now getting so low. It's going to have to throw a charge move at some point. This is probably going to be Ice Punch, which will do enough damage to take out the Swampert, which it is. Swampert does go down, and Bronzong's coming in right away, and we do see a Typhlosion in the back for the Shadow Machamp, and that is going to be a good game. There's really nothing they can do. Bronzong on the lead versus Machamp right here. So a solid lead win. Again, we'll have to see what they decide to do. They're deciding to stay in. These confusions are absolutely chunking right here. Oh my goodness, the Shadow Machamp might be going for a payback as well. We'll have to see. No shield. Oh, it is going to be shielded right there. It's just going to be a cross-chop shield bait, which means they can go for this Psyshock now and probably take out the Machamp. They decided to stay in, so let's see what else is going to be in the back. I imagine there's going to be a fire. Wow, the Machamp decided to shield? Interesting choice right there. I will say that is quite interesting. This is just going to be a cross chop, which does neutral damage. They're going to go ahead and swap into their own Shadow Machamp and farm down, and we'll have to see what is going to be in the back. It's going to be a Shadow Venusaur. Oh, this game is not over yet. This Venusaur is primed to potentially take out this Machamp, Swampert, and Bronzong, depending on its energy management. They do get a final shield right there, though, which is pretty huge here for Yonkis, but will they shield the Shadow Machamp? No, they're going to go ahead and let it go down. Bronzong is going to have to get off a Psyshock in order to take out this Shadow Venusaur. It is unshielded, but we see an instant swap into Ampharos, but their switch clock is not up. No, this means the Bronzong is going to have to shield right here, and then they're hoping they can get into that Swampert. Oh no, the switch clock is not up. Swap, swap, swap. They're now swapping into the Swampert right here. They have a Psyshock ready to go. They have to throw this Hydro Cannon in order to take out the Ampharos, but Venusaur might be able to have enough loaded energy and win CMP tie. This is going to be so close. Ampharos does get to a charge move. This is Focus Blast. Oh man, it is a Focus Blast. Boom! Nearly takes out the Swampert, which means Venusaur can farm down and might have a Frenzy Plant ready to go. It does! Oh no, the Bronzong is going to be going down, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. Oh, close one right there. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, shout out to Yonkis. Thank you for sharing these battles with us. Again, go check out his stuff, guys, YouTube channel and Twitch. There'll be links down in the description of this video. But what do you guys think about Bronzong? It's super bulky, really awesome here in this meta with its typing and moveset, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. So like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.